Welcome to the all-in-one get-to-work speedrunning guide. In this guide, I'll be teaching you the core mechanics and skips currently used to achieve your goal. I will be focusing mainly on the glitchless category allowing top grabs, but we'll still cover no top grab routes as well. The video will be split into 6 main sections: game mechanics, currently viable skips, exploratory skips, a beginner route going for sub 20 pace, an intermediate route going for sub 13 pace, and finally an expert route going for sub 10 and beyond. Timestamps will be in the description for each section, and I will have links there for the FPS mod, the practice mod, and the speedrunning Discord. I highly recommend you check those out as they will be hugely beneficial to both running the top grab category, setting checkpoints to practice, and just talking with the community. The first thing to understand about the game is your character model. In Get to Work, the visuals we see do not match what the game sees. The character model is actually a spherical ball. If you've ever played the Monkey Ball games, this is roughly what the game is based on. You can see this in action by simply rolling up halfway off of a ledge and watching as your character falls over. This is an important distinction to note, as sometimes your character's model will not be exactly where it shows visually. For example, you might bonk trying to cut a corner, hit your head trying to make it under a gap, or slide off a ledge you think you're going straight on. The next thing to understand about the game is the speed. The character accelerates to 50 kilometers per hour in approximately 1 second. From there it goes up linearly until it reaches the flat ground cap of 108 kilometers after approximately 8 seconds. This limit can only be surpassed by gaining airspeed, possibly the most important mechanic in the game. When you have airtime, your velocity is temporarily affected by gravity, a value in-game of 9.8, commonly used value in games based on Earth's gravity. This gravity applies the moment the character's collider lifts off the ground. This means even the smallest of bumps off of the ground will provide us with the gravity multiplier. This will come in handy with potential skips later on. Next, we have the grab mechanic. On paper, it is easy to understand. You press grab, the character comes to a halt, and you stop. Unfortunately, it has much more nuance to it. To start, the grab has a cooldown of 1/4 of a second when you let go. It has a grab break force of 0.1, meaning if you are pushed by an object, grab a launcher and hold, or grab with too much speed and slide off a ledge, the grab will break and your character will be forced out of the grab. This grab break is the basis for a more advanced technique which I will be going over in the expert section of the video. For now, just remember that if you try to grab before you fall off but have too much speed, it might just break. Stemming from the grab mechanic, we have a crucial technique, the wall climb. On the release of grab on non-slippery walls and slanted surfaces, your character has a short boost of acceleration. With this in mind, at the correct timing, you can press and release grab repeatedly to use that small boost to scale walls. A good starting reference is a rhythm of 200 beats per minute, and increasing your grab tap rhythm as it feels necessary for the wall you are trying to climb. Secondary to the grab mechanic is hanging in the usable ragdoll state. When you are in the grab state and your character's bottom half has nothing against it, you will enter the hang state, also known as ledge grab mode. This is a form of ragdoll state where you gain 2 collision detection colliders on both the left and right hand. The character's pelvis, left and right legs also become joints on the body with colliders, the pelvis being the main hitbox to trigger stuff like jump pads. In this hanging state, you are allowed to freely swing the character side to side, back and forth, twisting and contorting the joints as you do. A quick thing you might already know through your first playthrough is when you swing forward, then back, and release grab, you will gain height. This is through a small force of 3 being applied to the character when letting go of ledge grab mode. This force is applied no matter what when you let go of grab in ledge grab mode, meaning depending on the speed at which you swing, that speed is affected by a factor of 3. This is an important feature as it allows you to let go of grab significantly sooner than you would expect. With this force, you can often simply tap back and let go, and get nearly the full height you'd expect from swinging forward and back. Finally, we have the launch pads and jump pads. Launch pads have a fixed velocity the player is set to, depending on the strength of the launcher after grabbing. The character's grab will be automatically broken and the character will be sent forward. This leads us into the major mechanic for the TG category that is known as top grabs. By grabbing the top edge of a launch pad, the player's collider is pushed inside of the launch pad, causing the game engine to attempt to push the player outside of the launch pad while simultaneously applying the launcher's set velocity. Depending on which position of the top edge you grab also affects the direction you get flung into. For example, you can grab the corner edge for more sideways or diagonal momentum. The higher you grab on the top edge, the higher the verticality, and the deeper on the top grab, the more forward momentum you gain. The two frame rates the community has found to be most consistent and are part of the rule set is anywhere between 45 and 60 FPS. You are now allowed to go higher than that, but you cannot go lower than 45 to stay in the rule set. As you decrease the frame rate, the top grabs get to be more uncontrollable and give wildly unexpected results with regards to height and velocity. Throughout the video, as we come to a top grab, I will mention which frame rate you want to switch to for the top grab. On to jump pads. These are not affected in any way by frame rate. Jump pads take your character's current velocity and adds an upwards force to that velocity. If any part of your character's body touches a jump pad, it will trigger that upwards force. Meaning if you can clip the edge of a jump pad, no matter what angle you are going at, you will get that extra upwards force. This plays a huge role in multiple skips towards the end of the game, which I will go over when we get there. Alright, starting off in AFJ, at the top right of this carpet, we're going to start turning left. Doesn't matter what you do, just as long as you get on the wood, keep the speed up this, go up top right. Climb up onto this pillar, and we're just going to go and grab this wood wall. Once we're here, we can swing up and let go, and then tap grab once or twice to get all the way up. Alright, now that we're up here, come to the bottom of this ramp. I'm going to go forward. This is going to be the fast bouncer. Turn right up here. I'm going to catch this wall. I'm going to flick up and hold forward. Do a little tap. We should get enough speed if you tap off the wall to reach towards the top of this wall. If you see the shadow, you can kind of see how it turns a little bit darker. That's when if you start going that high, you can grab. And then the idea behind this is we actually want to bonk on the flat part. So we want to bonk on here and then hit the pad instantly after with the speed from falling. Just like that. If you hear the bonk, more than likely you made it. So that's the fast version. And then a little bit slower version that's much more consistent for when you're learning. Come up here. I usually come to this mirror like water spot. Then you want to go off this top right edge and flick backwards. We're going to land up here, hit the first pad, just catch the wall for now. Hit the second pad, and then just like hit the third pad normally. We're going to make it in there. We have to come back at least one to get the speed. You need this airspeed. Oops, my controller malfunction. Here we go. Get the airspeed. Come up. We're gonna hit off this into that bowl. And here we want to keep whatever launcher, whatever route we did. We want to keep the speed off of that wall. So we're gonna come with about 90 to 100 speed out of here. We're just gonna go straight up the middle, about here. Once you get, you know, maybe about halfway between the windows, you're going to flick back left to get into there. Alright, once we're here, only fast thing you could do here is just kind of tap your way through. If you looked at my inputs on the bottom right, you can see I'm just kind of tapping forward as I get through. Ideally, you want to land inside this curve right here for each one. and that'll make it a lot easier for you to get across quickly. There we go, do it again. And curves as much as possible. Boom. And then we're gonna grab the ladder, aim for this top right side, and we're gonna let go of everything. Oh, and I actually got the unragdoll, so that's actually really crazy. Every now and then, we don't really know exactly why it happens, but sometimes you'll regain control of your character. You like press forward or something, and then you'll take control. So that's very lucky. Coming off of here, we're gonna take the speed out. Curve right, you can bonk off this wall, it's okay. Same with this one. We have two jumps like that, two little jumps that just happened. You can kind of see if we can force it again. You can see the air trails whenever it happens, so I'll hit this to force it. See that second jump? And ever so slightly not enough. So you need 84 at minimum to clear the gap. Let's skip all this. And now that we're up here, this will be the first top grab. For this one, we want to use 45. So swap over to 45. And we want to grab right here approximately. We want our character to be partially on the top side and then partially on the top, like right edge. So I'll do it. I usually stop, give a quick stop like around this line, and then I go. Then I turn sideways to like really grab. And then you can either grab the underside if you're quick, or you can just go above and grab. And then we're going to take that speed and flick to the right here. And again, take the speed up, aim at this wall, and kind of climb up. For no top grab, we're just going to go the normal route of launcher here. Just normal route until you get to that launcher again, and then we'll flick over. Same exact idea. Something like that. Okay. Alright, and now up here, I'm gonna grab it, hold back a tiny bit right here so we land, and then here's another 45 grab. Again, no top grab route. We're just gonna land like normal and follow the intended path. But we'll swap the 45 for this one again, and then take that up. This one's a little. No, this one's not too bad. You can kind of just go whenever. You just can't be too late or too early in that case. Not too bad. All right, Spayce Skip. This one's rough. We want to go to the right side. I'll try to do it once real quick. Is that one good? Looks good. All right, good enough. All right, so the basis of how this one works is we're going to take the speed off of this top grab, and we're going to transfer it into this bowl. Because the top grabs vary a little bit with momentum, we're going to really have to adjust depending on what type of top grab you get. If you land like really early, then you might have to go a little deeper in. But this shadow line should be your reference marker for the most part. If you have a ton of speed, you're going to take it further to the right, but you're always still aiming towards this line. So let's try it one more time. Let's show like maybe another different type of top grab. Yeah, this one's way deeper. So I'm going to go way further out, bonk off the wall, just like that. So I want to hit. When I bonk off this wall, I want to make sure I hit the flat of this. See right here, it starts to slant down, so you want to make sure you hit this flat. After you hit the flat, then you need to Ideally, you need to hit anywhere on this gray edge as well, because you're trying to maximize your airtime. For practice, you can start here, or like if you get like a terrible top grab, you can try doing it from here. I usually go to this purple corner. Again, you can aim at the shadow, transition in the bowl, and hit this right side. Try it one more time real quick. If not, I'll just post a clip. Off that, I'm going to go a little higher on this. Not too bad. You can actually still make it up this. It's a bit rough. Oh well. You see the vision. Basically, you're climbing. You want to grab like right here on the D, and then flick up and go left a little bit so you can grab the top, and then flick up again. Another variation as well is to go somewhere in the middle right here, and just look at this little gap right here. You could bonk it and get like enough height to go high. Those are much less consistent though, so I would stick to the first method. But for a slightly slower method, much more safe and consistent, after this top grab, we're going to want to go straight. There we go. We're going to straight up this, and we're going to tap grab as soon as we get to the top. So just tap. And I'm going to go straight up here. If you end up grabbing, you can still flick up, and you'll still make it, so that's okay. We'll take this route like normal. Skipping any ramps that we possibly can. And here there's two routes. You can either just go the normal route, or you can go what's called Kaze. I go to about right here, this line. And then I take a nice smooth line through the left side. And you're up. Oh, and one more final thing for the no top grab route. If you're doing that version, once you get here after those bumpers, you can skip this warehouse manager part by taking the speed from this over here, and you have enough speed to go into the Spayce Skip as well. Oh, and a couple more things to mention for Spayce. So whenever you get the speed, you're looking for around like 120 plus. And the higher your speed, the lower on this you want to go. Because if you go too high, with enough speed and too high, you'll hit this ledge and it's over. If you go way too low, obviously you undershoot it or hit the edge. At 115, for 115, you go a bit higher. I usually look at this. You kind of see there's this little white line that you can kind of see. It's quite hard, but I come off of there at 115, and then you always want to try to hit in the middle section as much as possible, because you're trying to gain as much airtime to get the speed, and then when you hit the middle, it gives you enough time to land properly in this bowl and ramp up. Okay, quickly onto UI. This one's going to be mostly just good play. If you have enough speed here, you can actually fling into this one, and then with enough speed, you can also go into that one. Or you can do as I did there, where you recover by going on this. And then hop through. Another quick little fun route. So whenever you go this way. Oops. Instead of going right, you can actually go left. Oops. Hopefully I have enough speed. Curve over all of this. Enter this one nice and clean. And actually fly over everything. So that's a pretty fun one. Alright, for this one, as soon as we get around here, we're going to want to hit tap grab. You can full stop, but I just like to tap it. And then we want to aim exactly under this ledge. We'll quickly set a checkpoint just in case we mess up, but come down and tap grab. I look directly at the under, hit. I'm gonna hit the wall and then grab. Make sure you hit the wall first, and then flick up. After you flick up, you want to tap this to get enough bounce to grab or make it on top of this. This is the current fastest route from first to fourth floor. Couple backups, assuming you miss this. You have this option where you come up here, then you bonk the wall kind of early, and then go back into it. And say you miss this, you can come here, go to floor 3 instead, and then you can bounce up, go to floor 4, like so. Final, probably the slowest one, but also still pretty quick. If you want, you could always just come up. This is one of the older routes where you come up top here. And now you're on floor 2, and you can jump straight to floor 4. Okay, for here we want to take a lot of speed up, preferably. Hit early and go take left side. For this, we want to hit either here, very early on, and take the full speed, or we want to hit very late and hit inside this bowl section. Because what we're aiming for is to hit this pillar, and ideally make it on top of this, or catch either one. Let me quickly set a point here. We're hitting early this time, so this should be very good. Boom. Alright. When we get here, depending on kind of where your arms are, you'll have to change your flick. For this one, I want to flick sideways. Flicks me on top. If you just get, if you just get a straight one, just flick up like normal. Lastly, if you have enough speed, you can actually bounce and just come straight on. Lastly, if you just completely miss it, you'll have to just climb up and then take the normal route over. Just follow along the curve, and then around here you just turn in. And if you're very scared of that, here's a useless little option. You just ride on this and pop this wall. Okay, flying over to JFA. Very first thing is we can just hit the top of this. We don't actually need to grab it. Ideally, we don't want to take any rotations of these. And then this one, quickly let go. And again, quickly let go. And we can curve into this bowl, take the speed. The fastest route, we're going to let go early and actually fly backwards. For this one, it's gonna be a top grab, 45 right about now. You can actually just hop up top, grab this, make it all the way in. Boom. So that's about the fastest reasonable route right now. The other main route is gonna be the normal wine mixer skip, where we grab this would be the normal route. Whenever the dark turns to light is when we're gonna flick off backwards. So right about there, we'll flick back, and boom, land up here. Okay, nice and easy. These are all be normal. The only one that has anything really special is whenever you hit this one, hit as far right as you can, because you won't bonk. If I hit not really, it bonks me off and I lose a lot of speed. Okay. But this one, the main one, is called Jide MMI. The normal setup is to fall down here, come up just a little bit, hold forward. We're going to curve this bowl, hit early. Okay, that's a first try attempt. Let me go back there and explain exactly what happened. Okay, we start up just a little bit, because like when we let go, if you see, that gives us air, just a little bit of airspeed, just enough. When we're coming down, obviously you want to dodge all these, but you want to get inside of this ramp and curve it to get just enough height, but also staying very low as you're flying over. The ideal situation is that you're hitting right here on this line. You're hitting this line to take up the momentum all the way into this one. Once you land in this one, you kind of just curve around. Oops. And once you hit like this black shadow part, that's when you want to go, you know, up and left to make your way inside. There's a couple of ways you can also do this. You can also try it. There's a variation from here, where you go about here. You kind of aim in the middle, and then do this. Oops. A little further up. Same situation with better play, and you can make it like that. Another option is you can also just straight up full send it. Tap back once. And do the same thing where you curve into the bowl properly. That one looks decent. Nice. Yep. Okay, and then the final normal variation. This is what most runs are going to use. When you come out the door, kind of comes to this left side, drop down, and then you want to hit this flat part, but you want to go right. I'm going to hit the flat part, go right. Take that speed and bounce off this and fly straight in here. You'll either fly straight in here or you'll fly on top of this, either one. Take that over. On this third ramp, we're actually going to skip it. We're going to go over, hit the flat, hit up, and fly in. Oh, also if you go for this Jide MMI as well, if you notice that you're not going to do it correctly, you can actually just go left and catch here. And that is also faster than normal MMI, with the same exact results, just a couple seconds faster. All right, making our way to middle management. But whenever you get to these corners, you can actually tap grab and it'll shoot you downwards. Let's see if I can do it right. See that? And then hold grab so you don't splat. Tap it again. Alright, whenever you're here, There's also a couple ways to do this one. Most people, the consistent way is come down here, take it over with this little whip, and you're over. A little bit quicker as well. Tap grab here to drop down, and just go over like that, but a little cleaner. And then the fastest route, probably the hardest one, is just to go over the top. Try it one more time. Yeah, there we go. So that'll be the fastest route. If you hit it like that. Okay, 45 FPS. Start off with the absolute fastest route. We're gonna go forward, and then we're gonna let go of forward whenever we're hitting the pad, because we want to let our character drift over the top edge of it. I'm gonna grab very late, because we're gonna fly into this. I'm gonna curve. Alright, so that's a lot to explain at once. So we take that 45 very deep. We want to get it probably at like this location, basically. And we're holding kind of diagonally left. When we get into this bowl, we have a ton of speed, so we don't want to fly off the top instantly. So you have to really hold right and follow low. Come on up out of it. And assuming you don't have too much speed, if you have way too much speed, you might splat, especially if you go early. Like if you fly out the bowl with way too much speed and hit way up down here, you'll often like ragdoll splat. You'll just have to go normal. So depending on how much speed you have, the higher you need to go before you actually hit the wall. But you'll take that speed, hit the wall, just come on up, and hopefully you have all the speed to make it into this transition. And then the other route, I like to do 60 FPS. Just a normal top grab. Hold left and forward, so diagonally top left. And then we're going to need to land on top of here. You can come about right here, and then just go over this. And then the faster route is 45 FPS again. You can bonk off this and grab that and make it up here. That one's still a little tough though, so I actually think the first deep top grab is easier than that. This one just feels a little lucky. But if you just grab it like normal or mess up the top grab, it's okay. We'll simply come here, take this route, come off the right side of this, hit the stay sign, and grab the leave sign. Don't miss it, obviously. Then very quickly for beginner routes, you can simply grab here, go off this left side, drop in here, go to the end, turn around, and take this ramp up. It's going to be the safe and easiest way for you. Okay, and then finally, very quickly, I'll do the no top grab route. So start off right here, the same way as normal. Except this time we want to hit the right side. Because we want to go up this wall. We're going to grab this launch pad. And then when we hit this ramp, we're going to start holding left. So I'm going to go bonk. And then we're going to bonk off this wall with speed and grab that pad. Alright, on to the second half of middle management. We want to get kind of high on this leave sign. We're going to go on the right side over here. Hit off this, slow down a tiny bit so you can hit that flat, hit the wall, and then grab the launcher. It should be the route you take most of the time. And also, same thing, this flat, you can go up this wall. This will set you up for a 45 top grab right here. And then there's a backup method. If you somehow mess up here, for example, you can just come into this corner. Oops. Come into this corner and then hold forward. Hit that. You can go through here. Last method is you're going to 45 top grab this launcher here. And then ride this wall. And it'll set you up for another top grab here. Okay, from this location we can do a 45 top grab here. What you're going to do is you want to bonk off this and grab the left hand side. Let's try it again. You want to hit kind of in the middle.
Oh.
The ideal situation is that we take all the speed all the way up and we go over the top right there. There we go, that looks good. Now we're going to take that into the blue edge up here. For blue edge, you want to go at least past the shadow over here. And then what we're going to do is we're trying to get on the wall diagonally. This and ride it. At about 90 speed, we pull off the wall. And we're going to want to hit into this square right here that I'm aiming at. That square will allow us to get either all the way up or clip the top of this ramp here. Not to ramp, this edge, and then get it all the way up. Let me go back to this blue edge again and actually do it properly. Let's get into the corner, aim forward as much as possible. There we go. Now we're up. Okay, back down here. Now we're going to do the no top grab route. This is actually just as fast as if you get the full top grab all the way up. So either method works fine. We're going to take this one and come off the top right side. And we're going to run into this wall. Curve over. Hit this bump and try to aim for the shadow basically. Okay. So to explain this in best detail I can. Come down here. Once we're here, again, we're going to go down the ramp. Try to leave on this top right side. Just to get enough height to catch some more air time to get speed. We're going to hit up this. That should put us over. And then if you watch my inputs of the actual attempt a second ago, you can kind of see I curve over. I want to curve all the way. This little lip here is what we want to hit. That'll give us the height for the bump. And then we want to hit anywheres at this shadow or further, because we want to hit a little bit high up. So like this line here, any lower, and you run the risk of smacking the edge of this, which will ruin it. So you want to at least be there or higher basically. But when you grab it, what I like to do is I like to let go of the forward input. I quickly turn my camera around, so I'm facing towards the white ramp we're going to. And then as soon as it launches me, just very, very shortly after is when I actually start holding forward. Let's try it again. If you watch my inputs, I'll grab, let go, and it launches me, and then I hold forward. Okay. And if you do it correctly like that, ideally what you're aiming for is you need to hit the front half of this white. So anywhere's behind this, from here to here basically. Any further and you're gonna run the risk of having a bounce into this, and then you'll go over. I could actually quickly show that. I get too much speed. See that bounce? And when you bonk, you'll either fly over or you'll smash into this and bonk and lose too much speed. So you really need to hit this front half. But after you hit the front half, it'll bounce you off of this. You'll get into this ramp, and you want to try to hit kind of low, maybe anywhere from here is a good spot to kind of aim for. And then you're just going to slowly rotate your character and your camera with the ramp, and that'll put you through this hole. You'll usually hit either here or higher up here, and that should get you all the way up if you didn't lose any speed. It's pretty important to do this early, where, like I said, where you let go and then hold, because you want to maximize as much forward input as possible. Anytime you let go forward, you start losing a lot of speed that you were gaining. There's a ramp up curve. Okay, and then for a slightly slower method, much easier, let's say we go for this top grab. It doesn't work out. That's okay. We can simply go up this, come this way, take this a little bit of speed to get on top of this. And then you can also, if you don't want to even try to top grab, that's completely fine. You can just grab here, and then you can actually flick up this. You can spam grab, or if you get like a full grab, you can flick up. Then same thing. Also, if you don't have enough speed going up that, you can simply just come to the edge here, basically full speed, and then you're gonna have to wall climb. Okay. Now once you're up here, kind of want to start a little bit early. You're gonna aim this way and go into this ramp, and you can just kind of hold right into it the whole time. Ideally, you want to bounce kind of off of this. Let's do it one more time. And I'm gonna go right side, and then I'm gonna turn left and just curve on top of this, and then we do the blue edge again.
Oh.
You can also, once again, you can go left side as well. Either way works. It's completely fine. Going like this. Feels a tiny bit slower, so I like to go that way. Left side might be a little bit safer though, if you're feeling uncomfortable about it. And then another option, this is by far the slowest, and I'd recommend at least trying to use the ramp, but if you're feeling uncomfortable, you can come here, and then we're just gonna full speed up this, line ourselves up this, gonna go on this, stop, turn around, and then go up here. Okay. And then the final method, this is a very much older method, but it does work. We're gonna grab this, come around this way, it's a normal path, and then we're gonna take this ramp into this one and go off the top right edge. I'm gonna land up here. If you know how to do this or want to try this, you can go for that one from here as well. But this safe method is you come down here, bonk that little ledge. Let's do it properly. Okay. I'm gonna bonk this little ledge. That should get us into this. And then we'll take this intended path. Ooh. And then in the last one here, we're gonna make sure we go off the top left edge, because we need to hit in here. And now we're up. And then once you're up here, at least come a little bit back. Or if you're coming with speed, you can just go straight. But if you land up here and you're flat, then we're gonna come back a tiny bit. Go forward. You need a tiny bit of air. Hit wall, and then hit back, so you go towards this, and then hit grab. Just one more time real quick. Gonna hit wall, hit back, and then grab. There we go. Click up, and then we're in. All right, the fastest reasonable version, like to stop at this line. And then what I do is I hold forward, and as soon as I touch the pad, I let go. I let go forward. So I just drift into it. And then you're going to top grab and hold it back and left at 45 as well. I did not do 45. There we go. There we go. I held back and left to land in this. And then we can just take this over. You can hit this pad if you want. Go all the way over here. Whoops. Not too bad. You can also you can like drop in right here. That's another way to do it. And then the last option is again just go right side, but then come over here. This is the slowest version. Okay, and now into DH skip. There's no alternatives to this one really. It's kind of no other ones to do. The easiest way to do it is to get on this screw right here, and then you can just hold forward. When you come up, take a slight angle as you come up. And if you lose enough speed, you'll have to climb. You can only climb on the gray part. You can't climb on this part. If you need to recover, you can actually just fall here. Make sure you hit the pad properly. There we go. Ideally, you don't need to climb at all. And the basis of how this one works is, if you paid attention in the game mechanics part, we are hitting this pad, getting that upwards velocity, and then instead of hitting this one directly, we're actually hitting into this, which gives us a bump like diagonally up, and then it's also applying upwards. That's why we get that version. Okay. Once you're up here, we'll just come up here to the top of the skid mark, basically. Come back down, top left side, into top right, and curve in. We can quickly skip this first ramp. We can skip this ramp. And then here's the next top grab, another 45 FPS one. Let's swap over. So normally you'll land up there. The fastest route is to actually grab, curve all the way over, hit this pillar, and then make it here. Either way works though, not a big deal. Another quick version, I guess. You could do it like that. Oops. Like so. On this one, another 45, top right corner. A little tricky. 45, top right corner. Hold back left, and you'll get into that and be able to take that all the way down. I can flick off to the side, climb up this if we need to. Okay, so those are the fastest routes. If you actually don't have enough speed, you can go to the top of this basically, and then just hold forward, and then hold grab, and again climb up. For the no top grab route real quick, we're going to take this all like normal. But for the, well, actually we'll try doing the faster route first. So this is called Kobold's VP, Vice President. Let's see if we can pull it off first try. Nice, we did, okay. And then we'll just follow the rest of this route like normal. Nice. The slightly safer version, slightly slower though, is whenever we get to here, I'll start from here and make it easier for myself. So right here, we can just bonk off this wall and grab, and just fall on top of this. We'll pop up here and go to this other brown ramp towards the top right. And then we'll go into this and continue the route as previously shown. Okay. Once you make it up here, this is where the big skips are. I like to just bop off that, come up here. We're just gonna drop down in here.
Oh.
Alright, once you're in here, this is the major. We're gonna start off with the major skip. It's called Quint. It's gonna be rough. You want to hit this first pad, let yourself drift, and then hold forward. You can zero out right about here. Hold grab, hold forward. Okay, well, just about first try. A little mistake at the end. So we'll take it slow now. We come off. Hit this pad. You can also hit the second one, whatever one you feel more comfortable with. The second one does give you a little bit more time to slow down and zero out. But the ideal is you want your character to stop moving and just fall straight down. Like that, essentially. Whenever you're getting relatively close, at any point, whenever you're falling, you can start holding grab. And whenever you hit the ground, you're going to be holding grab. You'll have a nice large bounce. You're going to let go grab and hold it forward right around the exact same time. So let's see if this is a good, maybe this would be a good spot to do it. This should work. Okay, so I'll hold grab. When I hit, I'll bounce, and then I'll let go and hold forward at the same time. Overshooting it is the best option if you don't hit it, because at least if you overshoot it, you can usually hit this top pad and do the easier normal route. Oops, set a wrong checkpoint. Try one more time. Oops. I'm going to zero out as much as I can. I'm holding grab, forward, and let go. And assuming you have the right bounce and everything like I did the very first time, that's the gist of how it's done. I go over it a lot more in my Guide to World Record video, so if you really want to get an in-depth, watch that. But the best I can explain it, first pad, when you get to this pad here, and when we start holding forward to zero out, tap, 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 hold grab, hold forward, and I like to hit the right side, because everything that matters is whenever you're holding forward. So after you hit this edge, everything that matters is holding forward, like whenever you hold it. If you hit like exactly middle, as soon as you get a little bounce, then you can start holding forward, let go of grab and start holding forward at the same time. If you hit low, you'll have to wait a tiny bit longer or a little bit longer to start holding forward. And if you hit higher, then you'll have to kind of preemptively be pressing forward. Those all affect what kind of launch you're going to get, because that's the point where you can actually affect your speed. The rest of it is kind of up to the game engine to just see what happens, kind of. My personal opinion, what I like to do, I like to hit the exact middle. As soon as I hit, I give it like a quarter to half of a second. My character will bounce a tiny bit, maybe about here, and then I let go and start holding forward. And then I like to aim for this hard right side. It's just how it works out for me. You can hit the middle, but again, it just depends on when you started holding here. So once you've hit that and you're flying, you want to just look straight directly at it, because this is one of those skips where if you're gonna miss it, you're gonna miss it. So you might as well give yourself as much chance as possible. Look straight at it, and just fly at it. If you do manage to get the correct height and speed, what I like to do, from the way I showed, I like to curve to the left at like the last second. So my character does a slight left curve, and then as I'm going up, I curve right, left, basically in that order, while still like holding forward the whole time, because you need to keep speed the entire time. And then once you've cleared this ledge, you need to let go of speed. If you have too much speed, you might ragdoll, hit this wall, splat, ragdoll, and then it's over. And that's one of the worst feelings in the game. But the premise is you lose enough speed to where you don't ragdoll, but you hit this wall and you bounce up onto the ledge. And then, congrats. You can actually climb this as well. I don't recommend it. It is actually very rough to climb. But if you manage to bounce and not make it, for example, you can climb it. It is very rough because of like how skinny this little ledge is. And there's no other part that's climbable except this little ledge. So I don't recommend. Hopefully you never have to climb it and you just always make it in. Okay. Moving on, we have what's called NotEdge. We come off of here, get onto this platform instead. And we're gonna land. I'll just do it first. I'm gonna hold forward and grab at the same time. So we're grabbing onto this, and then we want to climb up. Obviously, if you slip all the way down and hang, you just flip up. But you want to, ideally, you want to hit kind of where I'm at on this pad, this cross section, and hold into it and hold grab, because that'll prevent you from grab breaking. So on this, with your little grab release acceleration boost, you just kind of want to let go, hold forward, let go. And that should give you enough speed, if you do it right, to get on top of that. Let's see if I can mess this one up. I basically messed it up. But anyways, I will insert a clip here of it happening. Okay, if you hit the full double edge or triple edge, you'll hit low off of this and actually gain all the height to reach up here. You'll either reach in this bowl, or ideally you'll reach all the way up here, and then you'll continue the game like normal. Finish it off. If you don't, that's okay. You'll simply go above and land in this one, and then just turn around and continue on like normal. If you don't want to try Quint, which it's understandable, it's a rough one. then you can always do that method. I do highly recommend you try Quint, because it's almost an entire minute of time saved. And if you overshoot it, it's okay. You can just go into the normal, and you basically haven't lost any time, like maybe like 2 seconds at most. But it's almost an entire minute of time saved. So please go for it. Okay, and then the final way, this is for honestly beginners, people like getting some of their first runs in. We're just gonna come off of here, and we're gonna hit this pad, and we're gonna go up into this section. Go ahead and follow the route like normal. Yada yada, going all the way through. You can once you've made it through the little time trial, you get up here. You can top grab this if you want. It's a little extra. But if you're really feeling spicy, you can do it. Otherwise, just take it, ride it up like normal, come up here. Also, that one's at 45 if you happen to want to do it. And then once you're here, back to this pad. We're going to go over the top of it. We're going to hit that one and land in as we did previously. And then ride away like normal. Here's a skip that I don't recommend you do. It's pretty useless, but it's an option. It exists. Ideally, you should be going for Quint anyway, because it's an entire minute. But you can actually hop off of this like a madman and perform. And grab this and flick. And actually, oops, get a little air here. Back a little bit, and then pull it back. That one's a little stupid. I mean, by going this route, you're already wasting time in theory. So I wouldn't recommend doing that basically literally ever. So just take the normal route. It only saves like 2 seconds or so. It's not much at all. Here, there's again, not much special. You just come off the right side. Come up this, turn around. Just for a little speed. Top. Go top left into top right. And win the game. Couple things. If you're terrified or something, you can actually come up here and go this way. This way is a bit goofy, but it is completely safe. You just have to get good at climbing. So we're gonna climb this whole roof. Getting up this part is the hard part because it's very finicky. I think you need to get a good chain of speed. There it is. We're gonna come up, look backwards, look at this window. Yep, see there, it popped. So now we can turn around and just hit this ramp. Slow down so you don't hit the window up top. And boom. There you are. That's another option. Okay. Into exploratory testing. Our very first thing, actually right off the rip. Basically, you want to come down the ramp, shoot off of this, like where this lines up with that edge, bounce off of this pillar or post or whatever, and then we want to hit somewheres around like this line. That makes sense, that line. So hit preferably about here, and that should give us just enough backwards to where we can grab onto here and then flip up, do our normal fast bouncer. Bit goofy, only saves about a second, but it exists. Okay, so here's our first and I believe only one for JFA that is viable for the 45 FPS category. We're gonna come down here, grab this, fling backwards, and then we'll take this ramp up and quickly grab this cog. Fling, fling. Take this normal route, and then here's where things get a little spicy. We swapped the 45 FPS to make these first two easier. Top grab this. This is actually a top grab on a wall one, and then we're gonna land up here. Just hold forward at the wall. We want to do that because this one requires like a very precise top grab. I call it a deep TG, deep top grab. But I kind of just like to fall off the top, grab, and if your top grab's good enough, you'll actually fly straight over. Try it again. So mine are too deep right now. Need a little less. That should be good. Oh, almost. That should be good. Nice. We actually skipped that entire. We skipped the entire launch pads up to MMI, and then you can do this like normal. If you manage to actually keep some nice speed, you can go into the pro gamer route by losing some speed here, getting in here, and hop, hop, hop. That's nice. If you go the normal route, there is something called a Monkey Baller, where I like to go about right here, where my feet are like close or on these screws. We don't have like an exact lineup just yet, but you want to hold forward. I kind of aim where my crosshair is at the bottom left of that ramp, and then just kind of hold forward. I'll probably have to just put up a clip for this because this one takes quite a few tries. But the gist of it is you want to hit early into this ramp as early as possible without bonking. Take that extra speed up to, you see this shadow? It's kind of in the middle of it right here. Make sure you're just left enough so where you don't hit this ring. But you also want to be low enough so where you hit this pretty low, and you want to hit this flat, and then you hit off of this edge right here that I'm on. And if everything goes right, you'll actually fly straight into the end, which I can post a clip of right now. Okay, and then there's actually a secondary method, which is, it all stems from the same exact idea. Well, there's three actually. There's one where you do it a little earlier. You actually bonk off of this wall, this edge, just enough to hit this flat, and then hit this as well, also very lightly. And then you need to, with all the speed that comes from that, you need to land very early in this ramp, or else you wall splat, and then you take that speed all the way up, and then sometimes you can make it all the way in, but a lot of times you have to bounce directly off of this. Another one that I'll post a clip of. finally, the last one, also from the same position. Just like the normal one, you actually want to make it in. But if you ever so slightly see this tiny little lip, if you smack that just ever so slightly and actually clear over this, you could also take that speed straight up and go same thing as the other one. So those are exploratory. Obviously, we don't expect them to happen in regular runs. That's the type of trick that you only go for if you're very behind, or if you've already got world record and you're running out of time saves. That's the type of stuff you go for. Okay, and then this final one I call Hyperlaunch. Instead of going in there, let me actually start from here. Okay, so I'll hit this, come here, and then turn around and come up this wall. This is a consistent setup to get up here. The other option is to hit the bump like normal and actually curve up this and land in here. The problem with that one, it's not super consistent unless you're really nice with it. A lot of times you'll have to climb, and for some reason this climb's a little rough. Anyways, I like to come right around here. There's this patch of little like indentions, and I'll start from here. I'll swap to 45. There's two options. I'll start by 60. Start 60 FPS. Now I want to grab this far top right side, and it'll shoot me into this. Hold grab so you don't splat. And you can actually take this curve up. Boom. Now you're over here. That one's actually pretty consistent, actually. You can still mess it up and lose a lot of time, but it's not too bad, actually. So that's a 60 FPS one. For 45, and if you're not playing the top grab category, which is 45, then you can drop lower and go in like the 30s, at which point it gets crazy, but that's for any percent. But for 45, it's technically possible that you can grab this kind of low, and you see you get launched to the stratosphere, basically. I'll post a clip because it's quite rare, but you can actually get launched, bounce off this wall, and go like straight up. But you're still technically in bounds, so it is allowed because it's not out of bounds. The craziest one I've gotten was over here, and I've landed right before this, which I'll post a clip of now. Okay, so that's probably the biggest exploratory one that saves an insane amount of time, actually. The final one that we have that is legal in the top grab category is 45 FPS. There's two spots you can do it. You can try it from here, where you grab this corner. And the gist is that you want to actually make it all the way on top of this. You can, depending on how you grab it, depending on the crazy launch you get, you can land over here. You can land at any point over here. It honestly kind of, as of right now, it just feels like kind of lucky. There is some nuance to it. Like going on the right side, slight right side. I like to hold it. I believe it's down and to the right. That's not legal, but it can happen on the right side for sure. And again, so this one's sketchy, very sketchy to do, because if you go out of bounds, I mean the run's invalidated for this category. So I'll post a clip of those from both sides. You can see the differences right now. then finally, the last thing we have, this one is not legal in the glitchless categories, aka no top grab and top grab. This is only allowed in any percent. We're going to take some speed up this. Grab here to get in this little corner. Drop in. We're going to get on this little ledge. Hang, and then flick up. And then I'll post a clip here of how to me actually making it. It's very, very rare. Alright, to start off, we're going to start off with a beginner's route. Looking for about sub 20. Could be much, much lower depending on how good you play, how little mistakes you make. We'll start off, turn at the carpet. Get out of here. Top right, come on up, flick off. Let's go on top of this pillar. Any mistakes here is not a big deal. You can either just reset, or you can kind of just go from the bottom there and just come on up here. Let's make sure we grab this. Flick up. And we'll climb. Okay. We're going to come to the shiny spot. Turn around. Flick back right. Take it easy. Go off the wall. And continue on. Assuming no mistakes in this first run, usually takes about 40 seconds. Nice. Alright, go up this wall, flick off, land in here. And then for beginners, we're probably going to be taking this one slow. So we'll just take it slow here, just grab each one. And just wait for it to start going upwards before you go to the next one. Up, so I go. Going up, so I go. Okay, let's make our way up this. Just grab in whenever you need to. Try to line up and just let go. Make our way out. Slow down a tiny bit here if we're going too fast. And for these, you kind of want to hold forward as long as you can before you go on top of the ramp, and then you can let go. So right here I can let go and then hold forward again. And then here's a fun little route you can do as well. Come up this way, over this, and you can hit this ramp and make it all the way up here. Otherwise, you'll just do the ramps like normal. For the ones like this, you can just drop in and hold forward the whole time. Okay, let's swap the 45. Go up, try to get this top grab. If you mess up, it's okay. You can
Oh.
either just continue on and do the no top grab path, or just fall back and try to redo it. Nice. Oh, just got it. Nice. Okay, so we can flick off over here, hit the top of this, and just go. Awesome. Okay, assuming you make a mistake here, you can also grab this and climb up, which will work. But if you completely miss it, you have two options. You can either come here and try to 45 top grab this one, and then go here. Just ram into this, slide over here again. That one's a little rough, so other option is honestly to just go back right here and just jump back to this one and just quickly redo the expected better route. Nice. Okay, once you're up, just make sure you follow the pad. Slow down a little bit so we can get in up here, and then again 45. Just try to get the top grab. If you get it, awesome. If you don't, you're probably gonna have landed down here. At which point you can fall right here and just go back and retry it. So not much can go wrong unless you completely overshoot it, at which point you'll fall to the ground. All right, once we're up here, we're just gonna bounce off of this to gain some airspeed. Then we're just gonna ride up this and grab. We can flick up. There we go. Take the speed out, and we're up here. Now we're gonna follow along the intended route. We can skip that if you'd like. Make it into this one. You can also skip this one to here. Otherwise, you could just take it up, no big deal. Take the curve. And then for this one, we're gonna leave a little early, but not too early, because I want to be safe, but I want to get there kind of quick. All right, on to the beginning of unpaid intern. I'm gonna take these ramps up slow. For this one, we can just drop in right on the edge, hold forward, let go, hold forward, make it up. For this one, you can start somewhere around here, for this line, let go, hold forward the entire time, let go, hold forward the entire time. Very smooth transitions whenever you're over on top of the ramp. Okay. I'm gonna stop here. We're gonna go for this one. You need to at least try it. Hit, and then after the bonk, then you grab and flick up. Try to hit that. If you hit it, awesome. And we can go on. For now, I will simply do a much safer, more beginner-friendly route. Like so. Okay, once we're up here, just gonna take these ramps, slowing down whenever you're over the top of the ramp, and then putting speed in once you're over it. Alright, let's get kind of deep in this one, and then let's at least get on top of this. Again, if you get here, at least if you grab it, you can still climb up, which is awesome. Up here, take it easy, and just follow the curve. See, even with a lot of explaining, we're already only 7 minutes on. This one, we're just gonna take the speed, bounce on top, and continue on. Alright, you just come up top here, and then move on. You can take a full rotation if you're scared. Then no big deal. Not everything needs to be too fast. Let go a tiny bit, and then go again. Assuming everything went well, you should be getting here around the middle. And again, once the light changes to darkness, you're gonna push diagonally back towards this ramp. I'm just gonna land up here. And we can just take this one really slow. We don't need to rush this one. It's easy to mess up. You can spam grab if you want. Whatever feels comfortable to you. For these, try not to top grab them because they can shoot you in an unexpected direction. So just make sure you're landing pretty flat on them. Okay, now we're gonna try this normal MMI method. Come somewhere around here. Hold forward, let go so you don't hit the roof. Hit that flat and curve right. And then ideally you'll hit this and also go in there. But if you don't feel comfortable, you can just grab once you're here. And then from somewhere back here, we can go between that. And then between that. Curve on up. And then on this last one, try to get kind of low and then out the top. It might take some practice to get used to, but definitely a very quick route that you should learn. Okay, let's make sure we hold grab so we don't splat, and then go again. Okay, let's take this curve, take it down, come on over. Let's hit our little bump over here. If you manage to miss it or like bonk on something, you can always just come right here and then just go back over like this. Alright, make sure our FPS is at 60. Get this top left corner diagonally forward and left. Really curve onto this. If you overshoot it or anything goes wrong, you can always just redo this part. Get the practice on. See, bonk my head, so I can quickly go back up here. Diagonally up left, and then hold forward. We make it. Yes. So that's the lowest one we can possibly get. Oh, we'll have to climb. Oh, we'll have to flip up. So I'll come right here and skip this. Grab the pad and go left. This back wall, turn around, and then get in these ramps. Okay, from here, make sure you hit this little jump to get kind of high on this leave sign, and then go to the right here. Then we'll go through here, turn around, we'll grab the pad, and we'll flip up. Take these white ramps up, and then we'll turn around and land on top of here. Right side of this, come out the right side. We'll curve up. Nope, we missed it, that's okay. We'll simply fall back here. Come on up here. So make sure we get towards the back. Try to get on this edge and turn a little bit so we can get some speed. And then come off the edge. Nice. If you mess up, no big deal, because normally you'll land back in this, and then you can just go back onto the blue edge. Let's hit the wall, bounce off, and grab, flick up, and come on through. Alright. Right around this line, 45 FPS. Hold forward, let go. Missed it. That's okay. We'll actually just take the normal route. be safe, and then move on. Grab around here, like after this doorway, and then we'll go forward. Okay, now over here, close to these screws, and then we'll go forward. This left side, and then make sure you're holding forward the whole time. A little bit of an angle. Okay, once you're up here to the top of the skid mark, turn around, go top left, hit the top right, do your curving. We'll skip this one, and then we'll skip this fourth one here. Okay, we're going to try out the top grab 45 and land in here. Take this and drop down. Again, 45. Make sure we go on the top right side, back left, and land on here. Go to the top, just look straight, and hold straight, and now hold grab. Up, and now we're on. Okay, let's go. Tap this, get up the stairs. Carefully come behind so we get some speed from here. I'm just gonna jump over. Here you catch yourself, drop down here. You can look down so you make sure you don't mess up, and then go forward and hit this. Take that up here. And then we can actually just go from here. Just get in this. Come on up. Do the time trial. Land here. Start from the back side. Catch yourself here. I'm not going to top grab this one because that's risky for no reason. Then we're going to come up top. We can stop up here and then go. Now off this top edge, I'm just going to go forward into this and make sure you turn around and try to land up in here. Okay, once we reach the peak of this, turn around. Use your camera to turn around first, and then let your character turn around. For this, don't be too scared. Just follow the curve and you'll be okay. You can grab once you're here, and then position yourself and go. Once again, follow this curve. You can actually grab up here, and then follow it. Once again, grab up. Go up there and follow it. We'll be okay. Obviously, you can full send it around the curve, but if you want to be a little more careful, you can grab towards the top. And once again, just make sure you follow the curve. You can grab once you're over. Okay, we'll take this over. Again, grab towards the top. Then we're going to go top left edge into top right edge. And again, just follow the curve. In case you do miss, this is something that happens very often. So you fall off and then you're able to turn around a little bit. If you land here, you're actually okay. If you land on top of this, because you can come to this edge. Bounce over, let's get to this line here. We can actually climb up. Bonk, and then climb up this. Nice. And there you have it. Even with a lot of mistakes, a lot of explaining, going back and explaining stuff, you can still get a pretty low time. I mean, sub 18. So, okay, and now we're going to move on to the intermediate route, where we're looking for around a sub 14, sub 13 time, in that somewhere in that range. So for this one, turn up the carpet. Click on up. This is when we start to get better at the game. Start doing this a lot faster. On this wall, hit that. And we should be getting out of this room at about 40 seconds. Under 40. Okay. And at the intermediate level, we should be doing this pretty fast, so we can quickly just hit each one. Oh, I spoke too soon. It's okay, I think we'll still definitely make the time. It's not a big deal if we mess up things. At this level, you should be trying all of the best skips, and then just falling off to slightly worse backups after. The jump, so can't skip all the way to that ramp. That's okay. I do expect us to start skipping stuff like this. Making our way up. We can definitely try Spayce Skip because there's no issue with at least trying it. Obviously, if you hit it, fantastic. You saved about 20 seconds. Otherwise, go up like the other routes. Take this direction. Style points, you go for Kaze, which is just the same speed as going the normal route, but it's more fun. Okay, expect you to be skipping to here, and then attempting the skip. Well, failed, but I attempt the skip to this next ramp up here. And at least back up in this. Okay. Quick tap, line up, bonk bonk, hop up. Okay, let's get a low, get very high, and then pull in. Bad play. Let's just go back to here. At this level, we definitely want to start trying to at least bonk off and grab. It is quite tough though, so if you mess up, it's not that big of a deal. One of the harder spots in the game. Okay, we should be taking all cogs first rotation every single time. And at this level also here, we want to start just going as fast as we can here and try not to stop at all. You just really have to curve a ton. And then for this last pad, try to get that hard right side. For this one, I still expect normal MMI. If you want, you can go for the Jide version, but we should at least be getting this.
Oh.
Having smooth transitions out of every ramp. When we get to an edge like this, we can tap grab when we're halfway over it. If you miss it, it doesn't matter, but it's a little time save.
Oh.
60 FPS, top left. Just gonna do all this as fast as possible. That's all it is once you get to this level. We're gonna try to 45 this one. If we make it, awesome. If not, no big deal. We're gonna take this route. Coming off that right side, hit the stay sign. Grab that. We're also gonna hit off this left side and insta grab. And we're gonna take this route. Okay, top of this line. Oh gosh, I hit the checkpoint. My apologies. So go, stop at this line. Get that card bottom left. Get in here. Let's bounce up, hit this pad, get over there quickly. Make sure you hold forward and grab. Land, quickly go in the top grab. Keep moving. Go over the top of this, and quickly transition to the next one. And then we're going to also skip this. We're going to make sure we have enough speed. Get on up. Tap this. Alright, and at this level, I do expect you to try Quint. At least, I mean, if you hit it, you save an entire minute. you miss it, not a big deal. Just recover. So I'm definitely too low, which is okay. We'll just fall down. Come over here. We'll just fall into it again. Oops. You want to do it until we either hit it, or until we at least go above it. I mean, if we hit it, amazing. Amazing. Sub 11. Let's pretend that we didn't hit it and we actually overshot it. So let's quickly go back. Alright, this one should overshoot. Nice. So we'll just catch ourselves, not a big deal. Just make sure we hit it again, just in case. There we go. Okay. Hopefully I have enough speed. I'm not sure if I do, but it's okay. Not a big deal. This level, if you go in this path, yeah, if you didn't hit Quint and you go in this path, try not to stop almost at all. At this point, you should probably feel comfortable turning all these corners at pretty fast pace. Skip right side, quickly grab, turn around. Oh no. Well, it would have been sub 13. And there you go. So nice little intermediate route. Okay. And one more thing. Instead of taking that launcher, which is definitely harder, obviously, but we can, at this point, we can start going for this top grab. And if you hit it, amazing. We'll do the blue edge. Again, if not, we'll simply get in here. Climb up. And definitely make sure we hit this. And again, do blue edge. But at this level, you could also start trying to go for that one as well. Okay. Finally onto an expert route. Oh, it should be pulling out all the stops here, trying to get sub 10, sub 9, etc. So instantly off the corner turn. At this level, we should just be trying to go as fast as possible at all times. So instant flick up, 1 or 2 taps to get up. Turn around at the top quickly, because we're going a fast bouncer. Grab, flick up, hit wall, bounce a little bit, grab. Oh, missed it. We'll quickly reset and do it a little tiny bit slower. Okay. assuming we did that fast enough, it can be anywhere from 28 seconds approximately to 30 seconds. So these we really want to first cycle it. So we really want to be in these corridors, we have to be very clean to get the first cycle for everything. Quickly turn up this, only 2 taps to get to it. Ideally we get a good ragdoll. Move on. We get a little bounce, no big deal. At this level, we really need good refinement of everything. Getting through these corridors should be very smooth, and we should be first trying all of these launchers. Tap grab there to drop down a little bit quicker. Slow down, instantly go into this 45. And then at this level, depending on how high, how low we're trying to go, we're definitely going for Spayce Skip. So I wasted a lot of time there. If you do miss it, not a big deal. We'll just simply flick off the wall and come this way. For sub 10, it's definitely sub 10 and sub 9. Spayce is not required at all. Any lower than that, going for sub 8, it is absolutely necessary as of right now. Okay, so at expert level, we definitely need to make all these sections clean, unlike what I just did. Definitely hard to talk and play at the same time. Try to get into this one. It is rough to talk and play, but still try to make time. There we go. Okay, I want to make sure. Definitely want to hit these. Going up. Again, at top level, we definitely want to be hitting pretty much every skip, except every skip that we, so far, except Spayce. And then this one's actually okay if you miss still. It's not like the biggest deal. But ideally, we really want to hit this. Like that. Because it does lose about 6 or 7 seconds. You can tap grab, drop down a little faster. And then the majority of this will be the same. Just playing it as clean as possible the entire time. And we actually curve straight into this. We don't need to stop or anything. Still go line mix away. You can also go the other way that I showed, which is a little bit faster. It saves about 4 or 5 seconds, I believe. want to cut as many corners as possible and try to also look at stuff directly as possible. This level we're also going to start going for Jide. Is that good? Nope. Oh, that's very unfortunate, but we'll come back. That looks not good enough, but fine, we'll get out of here. Still definitely a hard skip to hit. And again, not completely required for like sub 10 or even sub 9, but it will make getting those times significantly easier. Tap at the corner. Grab, let go instantly. Tap at the corner. Let's get some speed. Quickly grab. And again, you just want to stop. You just don't want to stop as much as possible. Like all of this should just be as fast as possible. This one we're going to try to go for the top, deep top grab like this. Unfortunate, I missed it. Also try going for this one if we missed that other one, and ideally we'll hit something. It's a first, I haven't seen that happen. So we'll try going for this 45. Missed it. Yeah, at this point, if you're definitely going for very low times, you would have reset by now. But it's for a practice run. We're just gonna continue on. And again, pretend like we made them. Because those time thresholds, we need to be first trying the majority of stuff. Struggling a little bit here. Alright, and then onto this, and actually go straight into the top grab. And also go straight into this pillar. Straight over. And then here, we absolutely want to Quint. At this level, there's no other option, basically.
Oh.
Okay, I'll actually just keep going for it. If we overshoot it, nice, because we can come back here. You kind of restart from here. Nice to have a consistent setup that you like. That looks pretty good. Looks good. Turn left, right, left. Unfortunate, but let's see if we can climb this. Okay, nice. So if we had hit that first Quint, it would have been basically at 10 minutes. On top of all the other major mistakes we made. It's still sub 11 and easily could have been sub 10, even pushing sub 9. Alright, well that was quite a long video, but if you're still with me, I want to thank you and wish you the best of luck learning and running the game. If you learned something or enjoyed the guide, feel free to toss a like or subscription to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave any questions in the comment section, and I'll try my best to reply to them all. Definitely go join the Get to Work Speedrunning Discord, enjoy the community. Everyone there is very welcoming and there to have a good time. Looking forward to seeing you there and on the speedrun leaderboards. Best of luck to you.
Ooh.